Um, hey, hi, good evening, everyone. This is Sidlingesh. I'll be your host for today's Skillathon event. It's a pleasure to be your host for the next couple of hours. The Institute of Product Leadership proudly welcomes you all for the Skillathon in Customer-Centric Value Proposition Design by the cohort of Product Management Certificate Program. Our participants will present their innovative solutions, and our esteemed jury will evaluate them on key parameters. As Skillathons go, it promises to be an evening filled with excitement, challenges, and skill demonstrations. This is an event where top shortlisted participants from the cohort present their hands on projects and portfolio towards the assurance of skill to demonstrate communication articulation and business modeling understanding. Before we get started, I'd like to thank the audience and jury for joining us on Saturday evening. Today's session is going to be exciting and definitely some great learning takeaway. The cohort will walk the talk of IPL mantra, learning by doing. The audience will not just witness it live, but it will also get to vote and choose the winner. I'll get to that in a bit. So, let me begin this session by giving you an insight into what skillathons are, why I feel emphasizes skillathons being the real test of skills. Skillathon is an event where the top performing learners demonstrate their understanding of a skill and application of the same in the context of real world product idea as part of their learning journey to industry experts and other learners. At IPL, we replace examinations with skillathons and studying with learning by doing. The Institute strongly believes that the real test of skills is by demonstrating your idea to a live audience and industry experts. So, before we move on, we'll start today's session looking at the highlights of our product management certificate program. Globally recognized program, assurance of skill versus knowledge, focused on career transition or acceleration, and learning by doing. So it's time to invite our juries for today's Skillathon. First up, we have Ari Sundaresan. He's a Senior Director of Product Management at SalesForce. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for inviting me here. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I would like to hear more about you, sir. You can take a minute of your time, a
Sure.
minute of the time. Next.
Yeah, so I've been, I think I did the initial IPL course, I think the second batch, I think I'm saying 2014. Um, so I, so I've kind of worked with product companies, been in the tech domain, purely in the telecom space. So I started off doing software development, delivery, architecture, more technical oriented. And I think that I've kind of made a transition into product management the last like 5 or 6 years. Currently, I'm at Salesforce. I lead the product management team for one of their industry clouds. I kind of happy to. I think I've got a number of invites from the IPL to participate. Somehow schedule wise, nothing has worked out. I'm glad this could be online, so I could participate. So happy to share ideas, views, feedback with the participants today.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir, and welcome once again. Next, we have Mr. Tanay Jadhav, is a Director of Product Management at Mastercard. Welcome, sir.
Thanks, Siddha. Thank you for having me, and good evening, jury members. It's uh, it's great being here. So this is the first time I'm attending such an event, and I think when I started my career 15 years back, we did not have such venues, right? It was just jump into the waters and start learn to swim, right? So I think this is a great way of introducing people who are interested in going to the product world. So just to give you a brief background, as I have been associated with the tech industry for 15 years now, and I'm currently working with Mastercard. It's been 7 years in the core payments domain, value-added services, and I've played multiple roles within Mastercard. I've done technical roles and then slowly I transitioned to the product world. I'm still in touch with my technical side because you can never lose a touch of that. But nonetheless, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And before moving to Mastercard, my entire experience was mostly retail and commercial lending into the tech domain, obviously. But I've worked with Infosys and Bajaj Finserv. So yeah, thanks for having me again, and best of luck to all the candidates.
Thank you so much, sir, and welcome once again.
Thank you.
We have Mr. Yogesh Kumar, is an enterprise product and digital transformation leader, and also ex senior director at Visa. Welcome, sir.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Good evening, members. And thanks, Siddha, for having me here. Thanks, Institute, for giving me this immensely exciting opportunity to hear from the top cohorts who have made it to the final. I'm sure with the fire in the belly and the sparks in their eyes, they have something really incredible in store for us. So more than judging, I'm looking forward to learn and enrich myself. I'm really happy to see a formal structure and contours being put together for product management because in the ever evolving technology landscape, product centric mindset with customer centricity has become even more important because innovation now is happening on the demand side, not on the supply side. So it's a great opportunity for the student. I'm looking forward to. Very brief introduction about myself. As Siddha said, I was until very recently, I was working for Visa. I was leading Asia Pacific market for all data products, AI products, and solutions. I have over 25 years of experience, primarily into banking, payments, and fintech space. I'm in between jobs right now, but you can find me on LinkedIn. Uh, in general, I'm very passionate about, and I do post writings on LinkedIn about how we can integrate this ever evolving technology landscape, apply customer centric design principle to not only survive but thrive. How do you future proof your products, platforms, and offerings by being the winner rather than being on the sidelines and march into oblivion? So it's a great opportunity, great timing, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, and welcome once again. A very warm welcome, juries. Thank you for taking the time to join us as the jury for today's Skillathon. Before we start off with the presentation, let's look at the guidelines. As given, it will be a 10 minutes presentation with 5 minutes Q&A and feedback by the jury only. Juries will cast their votes on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. Juries can use the rubric to evaluate the performance based on the given parameter. The scores will be announced by a jury aloud. Once the presenter is done, the audience, please keep your phone ready to scan the QR code. You can also visit the slido.com and type the code given to cast your votes. So let's begin with the presentation. First up, we have Bhargavi and Yalumalai Neelamegam. Hey,
Yeah,
hi, team.
correct. Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Siddha.
So let me know who is presenting. So I'll give the
Yeah,
access to you to share your screen.
yeah, I am presenting.
Okay, just give me a moment. Let me know if you're able to share your screen now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once you start introducing yourself, I'll start the timer. You'll be having 10 minutes. So I'll be giving you a heads up at the end of 7th minute and hard stop at 10th minute. So all the best, team. And I'll start the timer once you start introducing yourself.
Okay, thanks everyone. Pretty excited to be a part of this, and let's start talking about the idea. So I, Bhargavi, and I have my colleague Elumalai, who are going to present our idea called as Self-Sure, which is going to ensure that we are getting the alerts for the expired medicines, which will prevent possible health hazards and also kind of prevent the wastages which are happening currently because of the expired medicines. Next. So the entire idea is around the problems which we are trying to solve here. First, the graph which you see is every year in India, the kind of monetary losses that we are having because of the expired medicines. As you can see from the graph, it is the expenses are increasing exponentially every year. And also the second graph talks about the way the medicines are currently getting discarded or disposed. There are no proper mechanisms available currently. So our entire idea revolves around these problem statements, and we will talk more about it in details. Next slide. Next slide.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. So to come up with this, when we were thinking about this idea, and we did some assumptions, hypotheses, and experiments around it. So the idea and the MVP that we are proposing here is based around some assumptions. So let's talk about the first one, expiry date issue. So users are currently having problems in tracking the expiries, let it be the pharmacist or the elderly patients or even the staff at the hospitals. And there is no proper visual indication available to them, which will help them to understand. And as a part of that, we also conducted various experiments and did some surveys. So what we did is, with the set of group like the pharmacists, the doctors, and the staffs at hospitals, we have carried out couple of experiments and surveys where we asked them the questions around how they are currently tracking the inventories, how they are managing the expiries, what mechanisms they are using, and how they discard the medicines. After doing these surveys, we have found some great insights from them, which is kind of backing our idea that yes, currently the mechanisms which are there are definitely not that impactful, and they are not helping them to resolve these issues. Next slide. So no.
Oh, just like,
So
ah,
this
yeah,
particular idea
awesome.
revolves around the personas which you can see on the screen. So we have primary stakeholders and secondary stakeholders whom we have identified and who were targeted for the experiments, those we did. So for us, the primary customers are the pharmaceutical manufacturers like Cipla, the big hospitals, and the big retail pharmacies like Apollo. And the secondary stakeholders or the customers for us are the caregivers who are taking care of the critically ill patients, or the elderly patients who are consuming the medicines for the issues they are facing, the health issues that they are having. And based on this analysis that we did, several experiments and the surveys which we conducted, we are segmenting the customers um, uh, into segments like the caregivers, the elderly patients, the big hospitals, the pharmacies, normal patients, the doctors, and the pharmaceutical manufacturers. And on the right hand side, we can see the various jobs to be done by them. So let's talk about few things like big hospitals. So they have to ensure that the timely usage of the medicines is happening. They are identifying the medicines which are nearing the expiries. They have to maintain the proper inventory stocks. Based on the possible health issues, etc. The next example we can take is the pharmacy manufacturers, which are producing the medicines in the batches. They have to track the expiry statuses. They have to trigger the recall offers. For example, if the medicines are getting expired at the pharmacies or at the hospitals, how they are recalling them, and also make sure that they are maintaining the track records of the expiry medicines. So these are the various jobs which are targeted or which are expected to be done by these customers. So as I mentioned earlier, we did carry out small surveys with all the segments which we have mentioned here, and they have ensured that currently they are facing this issue with the tracking and the possible health hazards or the monetary losses that they are incurring. However, there are different segments which can be targeted or which can be benefited by the solution that we are coming up with. But just to begin with, or to target as a part of MVP, we have kind of categorized top three. Out of those, the first one is the pharmacy manufacturer, who are playing a very big role in the entire pharmacy ecosystem, because they are the ones who manufacture it, and then the medicines are going to different retailers or the end users like patients and the hospitals. The second is big hospitals, because they also store the medicines which they are using in the hospitals. And the third one is the retail pharmacies like Apollo kind of big pharmacies which are there. So these are the top three customer segments which we are going to target. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, team. So with above all which Bhargavi has explained, we have come up with our product vision. So our product vision is visible safety. So we, from our color coded thing, we have a good visibility so that pharmacists, patients, and caregivers can easily identify the expiry thing. We have an effortless management. So there is no chance of any error or because we are actually backing up with our digital tracking, and we have a universal impact as our MVP is very easy to produce, and very it will be very low in cost. So this can be produced in a scalable way, and it is smart, and because our main target is to eliminate the make a zero waste as a pharma goes. So it is smart and sustainable.
Team, sorry
Okay.
to interrupt. You're left
Yeah.
with 3 minutes.
Yeah, sure. So now we coming with our MVP thing. So this is our MVP. Okay, I'm just showing you the this is the reset label. Okay, and when the customer is buying the medicine, he will activate using the field to activate. Okay, then this is when the medicine is fresh. Okay, then it will keep on tracking the expiry time, and when it is completely expired, it will turn it as a red. Okay, so it means visually we are knowing that our medicine is completely expired. We have a pharmacy expiry management system to track all the date of expiry medicines. This is the dashboard, and in this we will add all the medicines, scan the barcode, and we will all add the complete details. This is a mobile app, and we will in this we will generate alert, so it will automatically give the alert to the customer who will be installing this app. So this is the thing. Okay. Now this is done. Then mm, this is the integration. How we are going to integrate shelf share with the pharma operations. We will be defining the expiry period. We will manufacture the label, integrate the label. We will get it certified with regulations. We will optimize the inventory. Then we will calibrate the label. For example, some medicines have 3 months validity or 6 months validity. We will be calibrating as per that. We will prepare a logistic and supply plan. We will be injecting the chip and this medicines, and we will do a distribution, and then we have a mechanism to recall if something happens. Okay, and industry ecosystem. We are giving the pharma industry ecosystem their pain points, how we are solving this with our smart label tracking. Okay, mostly the independent farmers do not have an inventory tech, or they have a time consuming to expiry checks. For that, we are giving the visual cues for safe dispensing, regulatory readiness, and accurate inventory. And for caregivers, patients, for elderly patients, we will have this smart label very handy. Okay. Then this is our value proposition. Okay. Gain creators. So there is a functional, social, and emotional. So the we are tracking the expiry medicine with our color coded thing, and because of this, right? They are stress free. They have a trust with the pharmacy, because we are actually helping them to identify the medicine expiry. It is easy to understand. It is a quick product integration. We are also integrating with the mobile app for digital integration. Okay. Uh, This is our executive summary. So we are mainly targeting the unused expiry medicine. So we are using the technology, temperature calibrated technology for product shelf life, and we are giving the visual indicator. So this is our market vision. Problem is to solve the financial losses, compliance risk, patient safety. Our vision is safer medicine, minimal waste, and greater accountability. Our target segment are hospitals, pharma, and our steps are like pilot programming, partnership with the pharma development and integration. Our solution is giving a time temperature indicators, smart labels, and this one. Okay. Yeah. So this is our
Team,
complete.
time
Yeah.
up. You can just use another 30 seconds to summarize with whatever is left.
Yeah, so this is our complete summary, right? So this our product will be revolutionizing the complete medicine freshness. Okay, so there are a lot of wastages we see in hospitals, in pharmacies, and in our whole house also, right? There are medicines. This so our MVP will provide a cheap like a option which you can actually try to reduce that waste, and you can that wastage with reducing these medicines can be helpful for whatever reason, right? Instead of throwing out without using it in an expiry, our MVP will be helpful without wasting that medicines, and it will be helpful. So this is our complete product.
Just to add one thing here is that the dashboard that we saw, the mobile app, it not only gives the alerts to the pharmacist based on the inventory, but they also track customers who have purchased the medicines. So the app will also send the SMS alerts or email alerts
Sure.
to the customers who have bought the medicines, saying that your medicines are getting expired in say 10 days, 2 days, and then final saying that your medicines have already expired. So it is helping not only the pharmacists but also the users who might have missed tracking the medicines which they have stored at the home.
So this is our expiry colors. Peel to activate, expiry, completely expired. This is our color coding actually.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm.
Thank you, team. Let's thank you for wonderful presentation. So let's hear it from juries regarding feedback and questions. First up, Hari sir.
Yeah, I think it's a genuine pain point, I think. So I think definitely it's something as end consumers you definitely go through, right? Identifying when is something expired. So I was kind of curious about the selection of persona. You did talk about end consumers, caregivers. Uh, is there any particular reason you targeted only the so one is definitely the manufacturers need to probably provide a solution to kind of clearly indicate. But I'm trying to still understand. I mean, end value definitely seems. I would think they would also have better systems in place. Like if I mean, some of the solution options they're talking about, where you're integrating with say batches or something, isn't that part of typically procurement where you'd integrate? You'll already have a lot of these details. So just curious about that. But did you also study how pharmacists or hospitals kind of
Yes.
get such details from manufacturers?
So we did see that. So the as we said, they are manufacturing them in the batches, and everything is tracked. I mostly manually, where they are maintaining the information in the registers, like by seeing the labels that they get. However, there is most of the times the labels are also tampered, which are not readable and not useful to understand when the expiry was, or if they are faded away, there is no way you can see the expired medicines. Or also, if you remember the strip which we have, if you have filled it where the date was mentioned and the peel off is gone, there is no way to understand what exactly the information was. And currently it is being done in a manual way, so there is a lot of possibility of manual errors, right, which are there, because if I forgot to do it, if I was on leave, if I'm responsible or accountable for that, in that case it gets unattended right now. And even at home also things are lying, we don't know. One fine day I have a headache, I go there and I see that okay, crocin is expired. If I see it, then it's okay. What if I don't see it?
No, I agree. I think I definitely see the value. The one other question was around in your prototype, you had a peel to activate. wouldn't that have to be done by the manufacturer? It will not be done by someone else, right? Because at the time of shipping
Yes.
is when the expiry
Yes,
date
right,
starts.
right. It has to be essentially done by the manufacturer. If you see the entire pharmacy ecosystem, the manufacturers like Cipla play a very important role here because they are the ones who are putting the labels, and it is flowing through the entire ecosystem. And there is a lot of travel that is happening from manufacturer to the end user. So we essentially have considered them kind of responsible for putting them off and peeling so that they get activated the day they are manufactured, and it flows throughout maintaining the information.
And have you figured out the cost for this? What is the extra cost for the manufacturer to create a label on the packaging, put it in? I mean, what is the cost to them depending on the medicines or depending on packaging? Some of them are, imagine a strip of crocin, right? Where would you actually stamp it? So on boxes, I get it. So have you done any kind of analysis on what is it cost to manufacture this sticker and at what volumes? Like why will a manufacturer, how much will they be willing to pay for this? Any analysis was done?
So the
So,
yeah,
yeah.
please go ahead, Arimula. Please go ahead.
So we are actually targeting a normal, like the raw material, right? We will be choosing very normal thing, so that it should not add cost to any, like too much of cost. The raw material itself will be very cheap. So we just need to add the technology, like temperature related stuff, and then we need to. So it will mostly not take too much of the cost.
Okay.
Also, just to add, Hari, if we right now consider the callback mechanisms, the amount of money, time, and expenses being
Sure.
currently invested in calling back those batches and discarding it, the cost is too much, as we can see from the graphs. So better invest in these things, which is going to impact and make a difference to the entire ecosystem, because it is at the end related to someone's health and life.
So also we can actually, like there are government hospitals where medicines are not there, right? So as a CSR activity, this pharma can actually give away some of the medicines which are nearing to the expire. Now they are not tracking, so they will throw it in the dustbin, right? Wherever they will trash it. But if the medicine is going to expire within 10 days or 1 week, so they can give it as a lot to the government hospitals where they are giving it as a free, right? So that also will add some positiveness to some life, right? Yeah.
Correct. Thanks. Yeah, I'll ask Yogesh or Tanay.
Mostly in terms of critical patients or critical illness where the cost is too much, this can be really helpful. Not in terms of small things like crocin and disprin, we can get rid of them.
True. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Let's hear it from Tanay, sir.
I think a good presentation, guys, and I think this is as Hari mentioned rightly, right? So this is a genuine problem, and I think it is a known problem. It is not something that has been identified recently. But I'm just curious around the app that you designed, and I think the most impacted party here are elderly people, right? Because they are the ones who consume the highest amount of medicines, right? So how do you expect a senior citizen who is, let's say, 60 years old, 70 years old, to install that app and keep a track of the notifications and alerts and whatever you have built, right? Because to be honest, uh, people who are of senior age, they are not very technology intensive, right? So they prefer the traditional methods of, maybe, as you mentioned, logging something in a register, right? So how do you plan to address that problem?
Sure. So here we are not saying that it is mandatory, but the labels which will be put up by the manufacturers, that those medicines are also going to reach them. So they can also get the benefits of the labels which are put in. That's first option, which is very easy visual indicators. So as the manufacturers are going to put these labels, anyways, the end users, the customer, the patients can also see them. So if they buy it 6 months back and it is going to expire in next month, they will see anyways the color coding, and from that they can very well understand that it is expired or it is reaching the expiry. First thing. Second thing, Tanay, Here it is not mandatory for them to install the app. The app will be there with the pharmacists or the hospitals. And see, when even you go to the pharmacy, you pay the bill, right? And they ask you for the mobile. Most of us are doing the Google payment, right, where the mobile numbers they are having. So they are going to enter the information, like these are the patients who have got the medicines from this particular batch. And the I had 15 crocin strips from this batch, and Tanay and Hari had bought them those, and that batch is going to get expired. So the app is going to send the SMS or email based on your contact details to you, and then you can see the SMS or email. So it's up to you, right?
Okay.
If you how you make use of it. It is not mandatory for the end users or the patients to install the app. They will be getting in the SMS or via email.
Okay, okay. And just one more question around wastage reduction that Alumni explained. I'm still not very clear on that part as to how are you planning to reduce wastage of medicines with your solution?
Elimila, if you want to take, please.
Yeah, so like wastage means this pharmacy mostly uh, means they don't have a complete correct tracking of all the medicines, right? See, even though it is keep it on they have filled all the details in the register or they have some Excel sheet and everything, but visually when they are, as for example, you take an example of a Apollo store, okay, where all the medicines are kept, okay, so sometimes they themselves don't know like which medicines got expired, even though they have the entry. But when they when they have a smart label, right? If it is turning to orange or yellow, now they will come to know like after 1 month these medicines are going to expire. Okay. So if it is not fast moving, right? If it is not fast moving or something, then they can actually see if it is expired, it will not be used for anything, right? But if it is not fast, they can actually distribute to some other stores where these specific medicines are fast moving and they can actually sell it, right? That they can actually have a different kind of business approach where they can try to sell the nearly coming expiry medicines to the end consumer. Okay, this can
Also,
be one of the, yeah.
rather than wasting them, they can also offer them in the discounted price, where it is, as the labels will be anyways there, even the buyer will understand, or the hospitals who are buying them understand that these are going to get expired in a month. So in case of critical patients, right, this can be a boon, where people are suffering, or they can target people like who cannot afford them. At
Mhm.
least 1 month they will get the medicines, right? At least it will be useful to at least anyone, rather than throwing them away.
Correct, correct. And I think to this point, I do agree that if you are aware, there's a government initiative related to the Ayush,
Yes.
I think the medical department, wherein they distribute free medicines in
Hmm.
government hospitals. So I think you can relate this example to this use case. So yeah, I think that's all. Those are all the questions I had. Good job, guys. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Um, One thing, if I may, I see
Yeah.
this as an opportunity to
Uh,
expand further.
Narendra, hey, hi, Narendra. I'm sorry to interrupt. So actually, we don't take questions from audience. I'm sorry. If you have some questions, you can actually put it on Slido when we share the screen.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
just what
yeah.
Narendra was saying. Yes, MVP, we are targeting the medicines, but this can be extended to any products like foods, or the even the cosmetics which we use, which are having expiry date. So it can be extended to any such products which is with whom this expiry dates are associated. The long way ahead, but currently we are targeting only medicines.
Bhargavi, this can be seen as another opportunity where the market is full of duplicate medicines. And if you are able to tag it with the right barcode, you can even detect the duplicacy which is there in the market. So that way,
Right.
it will also add it as an added advantage. That is where the use I saw.
Sure, sure. Thanks. Yes.
Thank you, Tanay sir. Let's move to Yogesh sir.
Yeah, thanks, Siddha. I think Hari and Tanay have some really pointed, intelligent questions, so I'll keep it short. Just one. First, the problem identified is a genuine one. It also has a social impact cause associated, CSR you mentioned, especially in the far-flung areas, remote areas where there is a shortage of medicines. And if you're nearing expiry, if they can be, supplied, couriered to the right destination, then you are also benefiting the society as a whole, especially in low and mid-income countries. This is my only question is, I three aspect I look at: desirability, yes, there. Viability, I do see the numbers that you have put in there. Feasibility aspect, I have some questions. Why can't this whole trail be done by the manufacturer themselves? Why do we need a third party injection? What are their real struggle that they are not able to do themselves? The whole thing, whole tracking and trailing and color coding and all.
It's not that they're doing it, but the stats show that whatever mechanisms they have currently, they or the way, whatever the effort they are taking, those are definitely not sufficient enough,
Mm,
which are helping them. And I did mention about few occurrences where, even if we take any strip, the details are there, like barcode and expiry dates, but the way those are getting printed, there is a possibility that it may fade away. I mean, sometimes even we don't see it. For example, if I peel the stripe where the expiry date is mentioned, it's gone. There is no way to track it. So I'm not saying, we are not saying that they are not doing it, but the stats themselves are self-explanatory that those are not sufficient. They do have, mechanisms to call the batches back, etc. But
mhm,
why to wait till that point of time?
mhm,
Currently whatever we have is completely manual, entirely manual. Even the
mm,
inventories are also managed currently at the pharmacies. But it is manual. Like we go to pharmacy, they ask and they do the manual entries. They also are having the mechanisms to check in their computer for availability of the medicines. But if I buy and if I come back, there is no way for me. For example, if I was not well, I took it for 3 days, then they are lying unattended. But I
mm.
have got no idea till I face the same problem to go there. So we
No,
are
no,
not.
end user, like retail pharmacist and patient.
Hmm.
There is a clearly benefit. I'm looking at the other three parties, the persona that you have
True.
in
So just to
right.
summarize, we are not saying that they are not doing it, but it is clearly visible by all of
Hmm.
us experience that those are not enough to whatever mechanisms they are having. Those that's not serving the purpose.
And
And the one
also,
more thing,
yeah.
Bhargavi, sorry, just quickly, this is a regulated space. So have you seen that government or the regulated entity like QCIs and others are willing to approve such solutions? Or I mean, have you dabbled into, or is too early?
Uh, so we did say about some initial programs which we will launch, and we will try to do some partnerships where we will try and go into such details of how, what kind of approvals we need. So something like FDA, like Food and Drug
Hmm.
Association. So
Yeah.
we will have to get in these regulatory constraints also, and see what exactly they expect and what are the quality parameters which the labels essentially need to certify so that we get approvals from them.
Yeah.
And also,
Got it.
Yogesh, like
Hmm.
these big pharma companies, their core thing is to mostly fully concentrate on drugs manufacturing and all, right? So mostly they want to leave it to this third party for preparing this. Means, as per my understanding, because there it is. If you look at business perspective, also for them there is no any large kind of return of investment. The only thing is this specific. Smart label will actually solve the one problem that the batches will not come back again. Okay, that
Hmm. Hmm.
so they don't have to start from again ground zero to prepare the same medicine and all. Once the medicine is prepared, it will definitely go to market and it will be consumed by the end customer or it will be sold. So that is one point. And on regulatory stuff, we are actually trying to check like what all regulatories that will be helpful, and we are trying to go into detail. Mostly, it should be simple because ours is a normal, a scalable MVP. Like so, it doesn't have anything to the rejection or something as per our understanding.
Yeah, no, it's a brilliant idea. Overall, congratulations, team. Only thing I will end by saying is look at the journey again and see
Mhm.
the bottlenecks or the friction that you can remove, because that will be the challenge you will get in adoption. The
Sure.
other ends you have tightened already. Yeah. Thank
Okay,
you.
thanks. Thank you for the points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yogesh sir. So now it's time to look at the scores from juries. Yogesh sir, how much you'd like to give out of 5 to the team? Sir, you're on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll give 4.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Tanay sir?
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll give 4 as well.
Thank you. Hari sir?
Yeah, I'll give a 3.5.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, all
Thank
three
you.
juries. So now it's time for audience to scan this QR code and give the vote to the team. So you have 20 seconds. Please vote for team one. Yeah. Now it's time to look at the audience scores for the team. Yeah. Thank you so much, team. Now we have next team. We have Vesegar. Hey, hi, Vesegar.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah,
Yeah. Good evening, Vesegar. Just give me a moment. I'll give you access to
yeah.
present. Yeah. You'll be able to share the screen now. You have 10 minutes to present, Vesegar. Once you start introducing yourself, I'll be starting the timer. All the best for presentation.
Yeah, pleasant evening for the jury members and the host and the other candidates. And I'll like to start by presenting. Yeah, the problem statement that we have taken is that the senior citizen often feel helpless due to complex procedures and lack of physical and emotional support in the hospitals, leading to a poor hospital or patient experience. We have started with the market research and competitor analysis. The market research helps us to identify the potential of the market that we are trying to tap in. The basic insights of the TAM, SAM, and SOM provide the insights of the potential of the market. We have a few insights about the basic market research. So then proceeding with the competitor analysis, we have done a competitor analysis on how our competitor solves the customer jobs. Are there any gaps in their current approach to craft our own unique USP? So here are some weaknesses and our model USP from the competitor analysis. So the major competitors are the Portia Medical. So they focus only on the medical care at home rather than the holistic senior care. They does not specialize in hospital coordination and queue management. So we provide an end-to-end assistance including hospital visits, queue management, and post-treatment doctor coordination. And Emola elder care, they have high subscription costs and make it inaccessible to many. Limited hospital accompaniment services focuses more on community-driven wellness rather than hospital care. Our model emphasizes hospital support, post-visit doctor follow-ups, which Emoha lacks. So here are some other competitor analysis. Then I would like to proceed with the customer interaction. So we have interacted with few customers, so that we can analyze the customer behavior and the customer environment and the basic understanding of the customer and their pain points. So our major insight from the qualitative analysis are the senior citizens often feel helpless and dependent when navigating hospital visits, from logistics to understanding the medical procedures. So the second point, what is the hospitals currently do not address the friction in senior patients facing facing despite their efforts to improve overall patient experience. So, on the third pain point is hospitals currently do not address the friction senior facing during their efforts to improve their overall patient experience. So, oftenly the elders do not want just an app or an SMS alert; they need a real compassionate human presence to feel safe and supported. So, to validate the qualitative analysis with a large number of customers, we have run a quantitative analysis. So, in that quantitative analysis, around 60% of the senior citizens visits hospitals alone, and around 60% of the customers feel nervous or anxious while visiting the hospitals. So, around 80% of the customers need a real value friendly human support the in the most of their hospital experiences. So, in the quantitative analysis from the family or caretakers part, 90% of them feel anxious and guilty when the elders go alone. So, around 80% of them trust a verified senior care companion. So, around from the stats, around 80% of the family or caretakers are willing to pay for the service we are offering. So that would be a success of validating our product idea, so that the customers are willing to pay, so that the business happens. So proceeding with the empathy mapping and the pain points, we have prioritized from using the frameworks like RISE. We have prioritized the top 3 pain points from the qualitative and quantitative analysis. The 3 pain points are they felt now while navigating through complex hospital procedure, that would be a greatest pain point for the senior citizens. They can't always rely on children who couldn't accompany them. So visiting hospital alone without guidance or support. So hospital systems ignoring senior specific friction points, fatigue from long waits, physical strain, unclear medical instruction for test departments, follow procedures. These were the major pain point faced by the senior citizens visiting hospitals. So our target personas are the user persona is a Rajesh Mehta from Bangalore. His age is around 67, who has a background, is a retired government employee, lives with spouse, children are settled abroad, and his health condition has hypertension and he frequently visits hospitals. He has a basic understanding of WhatsApp, but he doesn't use complex apps. So his goals and needs are he need a hassle-free hospital visit without stress, and he need an assistant with navigation and paperwork, emotional support during a long waiting hours, clear communication about medical procedures. And his major pain points are he often get confused with hospital layouts and long procedures, and he struggles with understanding medical terminology, feels anxious and overwhelmed without a companion. Difficulty in coordinating tests across multiple departments is the major user persona, and the buyer persona is Priya Sharma from Mumbai, age is 40, with the background. She's an IT professional, manages work and caregiving remotely. So her goals and needs are she need to ensure that parents receive proper hospital care, and she need real-time updates on medical procedures, reliable and verified support staff, easy to use service without long setup. And her pain points are unable to accompany parents due to work commitments, lack of trust in unknown hospital staff, misses important updates during checkups, and always feels anxious and guilty when the parents visit hospitals alone. So, proceeding with the value proposition and business model canvas. This is our value proposition and the business model canvas. I like to quickly run to the MVP experience. Our MVP covers the core features of a personal assistant, a trained volunteer staff who guide seniors throughout their hospital experience. So, another feature is a caregiver communication, where the family members are updated via SMS or WhatsApp, and they receive real-time updates from the assistants. So under simple booking system, a platform as a service. So where seniors or caregivers can do the assistant via call, uh, Google Form, or a basic website. So what this MVP achieves is relieves hospital environment stress, provides emotional comfort, builds trust, and provides immediate value to the end customers. So keeps the family members or a relative skill-free, informed, and engaged remotely within the transparency and trust. A simple booking system that for anyone with the least tech savviness. So we have built a quick landing page. So to validate our product idea with end users, we have built a simple landing site. So the landing site includes the problem statement faced by the end customers. The problems are they are lost while navigating the hospitals, anxious without support, dependent on busy children. So our solution accompanies them to the hospital, helps with queues, tests, and doctor communication, updates family members in real time WhatsApp. So who's this for? Is the target audience are the seniors who need help at hospitals, working children who can't always accompany their parents to the hospitals, the NRIs who wants peace of mind for their parents. So
Visikar, sorry to interrupt. You are left with last 3 minutes.
yeah, we have created a waitlist form to know the interest of the customers on our product idea to validate them. So that's all with the presentation. Yeah, we are trying to solve a problem where customers are willing to pay. We are where customers are willing to pay so that the business happens. So try to validate our product idea, and we have created a quick MVP. So I mean, we validate with the end customers. So I conclude with that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Visikar, on
Yeah.
wonderful presentation. Let's hear it from Tanay, sir.
That's like a good presentation, and I think again a genuine problem. I don't have any questions as such, but just one suggestion. You mentioned hospitals in a very generic manner. What I would suggest is you to drill down further between government-run hospitals and private-run hospitals, because we know that there's a huge difference in the quality of service that is provided at a government hospital and a private hospital, right? So you expect better quality services, and obviously the cost is also higher at a private hospital as compared to a government hospital. So maybe you could concentrate on that fact. And one more point, what's the difference between your solution and a typical nursing home? So I can even call up a nursing home, ask for a assistant who is, or a caregiver who is with me 24/7 and who can do all this stuff for me. How would you compete with these nursing homes with your solution?
Yeah, I think the platform provides a wide range of assistants who are background verified. That creates a trust among the users. With the verification, the sort of verification we are providing with those assistants who are specialized in those taking care of the seniors, and they are trained with they are previously trained with the similar kind of job simulation that they are trying to provide. So I think that would provide a unique value for our background verified assistants rather than people who are accompanying through the nursing home. So
Okay.
yeah, basic understanding of the medical terms and the hospital systems, so that they can clearly communicate with their daughters or their caretakers of what has happened in the hospital visit. So that would be the unique value that we are trying to provide via our background verified assistants.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. No more questions from me.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Great job.
Thanks so much, Tanay, sir. Let's hear it from Yogesh, sir.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, team. Nice presentation. Very nicely articulated. Also, I don't know if the stats were primary research or secondary research, but I believe, based on my own understanding and the data, geriatric care is certainly a problem across the world. And by 2050, India will also face this problem massively. It's already there, but massively with the aging population. So there is a problem that you have clearly identified, which is absolutely right. Where I'm struggling to understand is your solution and adoption of that solution. Is this the portal that you are bringing as an intermediary? Is the solution? Is the trained professional who will be using that portal the solution? Who are the people? Who are the players in that in this solution? Can you explain that, please?
Yeah, we are trying to provide a platform as a service assisted by the end users are the caretakers and the family members and the end senior citizens. We are trying to provide the platform so we can connect the trained background verified professionals with the family members or the end patients. So that is the part we are providing a platform as a service here, so that we can connect our background verified professionals who are specifically trained for the kind of this kind of a job simulation. So we can connect those them from via our platform to the end user. Yeah.
So who are these professionals? Have you identified them? Have you piloted anywhere?
Yeah, we have to choose certain kind of people, and we have to give some sort of training on assisting the people, how to assist the people, how to behave with the people, how to take care of an senior staff. So that is the part we have to train those background verified professionals, and provide some sort of certification that that's the part.
Yeah,
That's
because that's again some regulation aspect may come for miscommunication, because hospitals generally are very secretive of divulging details. They will say, "Hey, who is the closest relative?" Sometimes they would hide for various reasons. So articulation of that to somebody, let's say, not in the same city, and right message reaching there may be a struggle, because if you're trying to monetize this platform as a product, as a solution, then there has to be value to the end user. And that value will only come if they are not just hand holding from room A to room B, right? Which I think Tanay said already is even hospital can do. Somebody was giving you more personal touch, with
emotional support. Yeah.
at the same time well aware with the entire ecosystem of hospitals and their procedures, right? So that's the piece I'm a little fuzzy at the moment, but rest of the things you're spot on identifying is indeed a problem today. Yes. And especially the example you gave is again a spot on. The people have dearth of time, and they still want to give best to the senior citizen, their parents, their elders, but are struggling. So that way you score full point. Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Yogesh sir. We'll hear it from Hari sir.
Yeah, I think great presentation. As I think others also said, I think you did very scientifically your research, the way you presented everything. Couple of things I think similar to what Yogesh and Tanay said. I think one is the problem statement is very wide, because are you going for a normal checkup, blood test versus actual major surgery? As Yogesh said, hospitals might not entertain there's a third party, someone who's not a blood relative, right? So that's probably something. I think the other one also is maybe in your the personas that you had. So one is you had the child, and one was the parent. I think the person who's actually going to give the caregiver, I think, are you, if you're saying you're giving a platform, are you also providing, or are you doing something like Urban Clap? I'm tying someone who is willing to give
Yeah,
giving. So because that part, I think I still was missing. If you are going to do the training, I mean, you'll have to scale, you'll have to figure out, or are you just providing a platform of people who are willing to provide the service? And they're connecting them with people who want the service. And obviously, you've got some way to rate or figure out that. Right? I mean, that part probably didn't come out very clearly, but everything else I think was, I think, genuine problem. I think the other part also, like I said, would be if you could narrow down what types of like critical care, if you want to go for a second opinion, third opinion, I don't know what kind of skill sets you'll need. I mean, is that person supposed to be medically qualified, or they're just assisting someone, booking a cab, taking you to a blood report, they can't read it, open an app, how do you register in hospital? Is it just simple assistance, or is it more than that? I think it will be good if you can, that will be something which did not come out very clearly, because as in Yogesh said, those probably could have other hurdles. But I think everything else, I think I really enjoyed the way you went through the whole empathy map and identifying personas, identifying the pain points. That's very well.
yeah, yeah. We try to provide a platform as a service. So on looking on the caretaker part, who are so we had people might have not trusted from the third parties that we are registering on our platform. So we try to provide background verified assistance via our platform. So if some other third parties are trying to register in the platform, doing a background verification and checks, that might be helpful in that use case, I think so. So yeah, I'll take down what you have told. You have said many relevant and very important points. I'll take that into account and I'll work on those areas and improve the presentation. Yeah, thank you so much for it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Hari sir. Let's look at the scores for Vesikar. Hari sir, how much would like to give out of 5?
Yeah, I'll give a 3.75.
Yeah, thanks so much. Tanay sir,
I'll give a 3.
3. Okay, thank you. Yogesh sir,
I'll go 3.5.
3.5. Yeah, thank you so much, juries. So now, audience, it's time for you to give scores to Vesikar. Please scan this QR code and you have next 20 seconds to vote. Yeah, now it's time to look at the audience scores for Vesikar. Yeah, thank you so much, audience. Thank you, Vesika. Now, it's time to invite our next team, Tapuban, Sudha, Rajalakshmi, and Abhijit. Hi, everyone.
Good evening,
Hello.
Siddhalingesh. Can you just give the presentation access to Rajalakshmi since she would be
Yeah,
presenting?
sure. Just give me a moment. Yes, she should be able to access it now.
Yeah. let me-
Yeah. So let me know. You'll be having 10 minutes once you start introducing yourself. All the best for the presentation.
Please let me know if my screen is visible.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, it
Can
is
you just
visible,
go
Raj.
to the slide mode, Rajalakshmi?
Sure.
Good evening, everyone. So, thanks for this opportunity. Hi, I'm Sudha, and along with my teammates Tapoban, Rajalakshmi, and Abhijit, we welcome you to the world of Artnest, Art Unlocked, where artists meet opportunity. So, this is a disclaimer here. This idea is driven by passion. So, today we'll focus on sharing real stories and give you a glimpse of the prototype that we have built. It's a real story and a real problem. Tapoban, our teammate and a recent graduate, is a talented music composer and a sound producer. Artnest is his idea. Let me share the story of my daughter, Moksha. Moksha is a teenage girl with a fire in her feet and a rhythm in her soul. She carries something rare and unshakable love for Bharatanatyam. She dreams like any young artist to perform on global stages in the future, but now in the sanctity of temples, at vibrant local festivals, and in small intimate gatherings. Now we have Ria, a preschool owner, dreamed of bringing a magic of Kathak to her little learners, but her search turned into a maze. Endless profiles, no credibility, and zero clarity. Overwhelmed and disappointed, she asked, why isn't there one place to find a real artist who truly fit? So all these stories reflect a larger issue. There is no simple, streamlined way for emerging and grassroots artists to be discovered, booked, and celebrated. That's the gap Artnest is here to bridge. In the world of product management, this is a multi-network, or we call it as multi-sided platform. It's a business model that connects two or more independent user groups when derive the value from each other's presence on the platform. Classic example would be Ola and Uber, where drivers are on the supply network and riders on the demand network. The platform facilitates interaction between these two networks without owning cabs or drivers as employees. This is a similar approach that Artnest would follow. We envisioned a world where local talent is easily discovered, fostering a thriving, diverse entertainment landscape through Artnest. So, why Artnest? We have these following key objectives: bridge the gap between artists and event organizers, empowered through secure, transparent, and flexible opportunities, and simplify the payment. At this stage, our next step was to figure out if the idea actually makes business sense. Will it work? Who is it really for? How do we make money from it? That's when we put together the business model canvas to map it all out. Artnest is a two-sided marketplace, customer segment serving emerging artists and event organizers. And one of the biggest challenge that artist is facing in general is, there are only 4 to 5 artists succeed every 4 to years. So limited breakout success. So let's just see the personas. Now that we have understood who are our customers at a very high level, we moved on to work on personas. Meera Sharma, a 23-year-old Bharatnatyam dancer from Pune, seeks a fair opportunities beyond social media fame. She values professionalism and wants a reliable platform to land gigs, manage payments, and grow authentically. Ramesh Iyer, a 34-year-old HR manager from Bengaluru, manages cultural events for 500 plus employees and seeks reliable, diverse performance within budget. With all these things, we went to job to be done activity. This helped us to understand what jobs our users hiring our product to do. So we categorize the insights into functional, emotional, and social jobs. The social jobs like gain recognition in local creative communities. So now we moved on to value proposition canvas. We used this for both artists and organizers to align their pains and gains with our platform features like smart matching, verified profiles, and secure bookings. Over to Rajalakshmi to take us through primary research and market analysis.
Thank you, Sudha. Hello, juries. So, good evening, all. So, to understand the customer insights, we conducted user interviews for our main personas, the artists and organizers. So, through these interviews, the main insights we got was there is lack of discovery, there is issues in the payment, a lack of trust, and there is no consistency in the quality of the talents. So when we ask them the question, like if they would like to use a dedicated platform to showcase their talents and get the bookings, the results were overwhelmingly positive. So these conversations validated both the problem and the demand, which led us to which lets Artnest to solve what is required. So based on the primary research, to complement the primary research, we conducted secondary research and found out that all the existing platforms lack talent discovery, but usually rely on event-driven agencies or bias more towards already famous creators or influencers. So there is a huge gap in a platform which is artist first, which is more authentic and transparency and fair booking is required. So this gap is bridged by Artnest. So the target market for us is that urban youths, corporates, schools, corporates, planners, event planners who plan were looking for constantly for performance talents to host regular events regularly. So the event market is booming in India with expected to rise by 47,000 crore by 2025 with a steady CAGR of 8.3%. So the operational insights are highlights are like Artnest provides artist demo previews, secure payments along with AI-based matchmaking. So the revenue generation is driven through commissions, subscription models, ads, and featured placements. So to validate the revenue potential for Artnest, we explored the existing platforms and found out that though the existing platforms like Gig Salad provide limited features and have a narrow set of audience, still they manage to earn 8 to 30 crore of revenue every year. So this shows a real demand, real transactions, and real revenue flow through this space. So this gave us the confidence to develop our MVP. Over to Abhijit.
Thank you, Raj Lakshmi. Good evening, everyone. So as we move forward towards validating our concept, we have defined a clear roadmap for Artnest. This is designed to focus on core functionalities, user growth, and experience refinement. Our MVP will launch as an Android iOS app for both artists and organizers. On the right side, you'll see how we have prioritized our features. The green box highlights must-have features. These are essential to validate our core flows. The yellow section is a good to have, which includes features like trial clips, profile verification, and event filters. These aren't critical for the launch, but will help our product to scale and retain users. Finally, in the blue section, improve UX includes post MVP enhancements, things like one-click rebooking, personalized dashboard, and calendar syncs. Um,
Team, sorry
Next,
to interrupt. You're left with last 3 minutes.
yeah. Now, our MVP is laser focused on delivering value fast, solving the actual pain points of artists and organizers while keeping the experience lightweight and frictionless. Now, let me walk you through the live MVP prototype, which we have built using AI. This prototype simulates the key experience flows for both artists and organizers, including onboarding profile creation, event brief submission, and AI-powered artist suggestions. Uh, Here you can see, as an artist, you can create a profile, upload your set your pricing, and become visible to organizers in just few steps. As an organizer, I can quickly submit an event with brief details like location, budget, type of performers I want, and based on this, Artnest will suggest set of relevant artists, complete with demo videos and availability. All this runs in a lightweight mobile experience designed for fast adoption. Now, for the MVP success criteria, we have also defined how success looks like for us with metrics tied to both sides of the platform. For artists, our goal is to ensure at least 75% complete their profile and 60% upload at least their content demo videos. And for organizers, similarly, we aim to 80% of them can create an event without friction. And whatever our AI match is receiving, it should be of 4 out of 5 relevance rating. We are aiming to test these tools using a tool called userberry. These aren't just vanity numbers. These matrices are aligned with our core product flows and will help us understand whether Artnest is truly solving the problems that we set out to address. Now, to summarize this overall product, Artnest is not just another artist platform. It's a purpose-built ecosystem for India's grassroots performers. This is to build a bridge between talent with real opportunities. Thank you. We are open for Q&As.
Yeah. Thank you, team. So let's hear it from Yogesh, sir.
Congratulations, team. If you want to build this prototype, I'm willing to invest. So you have an
Thank you
investor
so
here.
much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So now you know the endorsement. I guess with the gig economy rising, social media proliferation, overnight stars becoming celebrities, right? Suddenly somebody's singing in train and you see next day becoming viral. You have hit the chords, absolutely nail on the head. This is a problem that exists today. Either these event organizers or destination wedding, they do bring some local artists, but the pool or the, I would say, the platform is not so formalized. The only area that you might have to work is really doing some genuine road shows and put some pricing strategy right, so you don't annoy or disenchant some of those artists that happened with likes of Uber and Airbnb. So clearly a marketplace, clearly a solution very well identified. I don't have, other than the adoption aspect, which you'll have to do a lot of road shows to really get into the place. Everything looks spot on to me. So well done. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the input, Yogesh. Yeah. We'll definitely get back to you on this.
Yeah,
make
sure.
it a reality.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks so much, Yogesh, sir. We'll hear it from Hari, sir.
I think I echo the same sentiment as Yogesh. I think good storytelling, good analysis. I think everything is great. One question again, I think similar to pricing. And maybe I didn't fully catch the part when you did the value cat. I think you did talk about ads and other value streams. You definitely had something around payments. I was still curious. Have you guys figured out if what percent of the folks then do behind the scene deals, right? That happens with an urban clap or any other thing, right? Because once you connect, depends if you're taking fees from them. If you're not, then it's different. But if you say charge a commission or do you define the rates, because you typically all of this happens through negotiation, right? A lot of
Yeah.
events like this is all you can have a list price, but end of the day, it's a lot of things next. So I think just curious about that aspect. What are your thoughts on that? Because if your monetization is outside of that, at least, or you have some ideas, which will be interesting, I think, because 100% this will be super useful. Yeah, it's kind of very, very relevant.
Yeah, I do have an idea for that. But before that, as part of our research, I just wanted to, I went and spoke to the emerging artist and how is that you're, getting these earnings and all. So, as part of YouTube, earnings start from 1 million views that most of us know. But if they are into music, sound producing and all, they do get it through Spotify and Amazon Music. It's like, paid per stream, which is, I was very, very astonished to hear it was around 25 seconds paid per stream. So there is some payment on that, and approximately it is rupees 9 or 10 per stream. That's the current revenue model that they are getting from these established models and all. But the second one is a revenue model. As an art nest is one thing, but as a revenue model for the artist. So what we were envisioning is, I just want to think that, I want to earn 1 lakh a month. Then how many events that I need to attend in, in what period? This is the, second revenue model from the artist perspective is what we were thinking about. Hope I answered your question.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Let's hear it from Tanay, sir.
Yeah, I think great presentation, guys. What an idea. I mean, India is such a vibrant culture, and you have, I think, as Yogesh rightly mentioned, you've just hit the chord. I think, uh, beautiful. I enjoyed this presentation a lot. The only thing, and I would echo with what Hari said, that if there's a high chance that once an artist has built a connection with the organizer or the event host, right? There's a high chance that they just bypass your system and do a backhand deal. So that is a point that maybe you guys should look into. And the second point that I want to point out is, I think today the world highly works on Google reviews and overall customer reviews, right? So if you want to purchase anything on Amazon, the first thing that you see is what is
Yeah.
the customer saying of that product, right? So if you could maybe include that functionality in your app, reviews both from the organizer for the artist and artist from the organizer, because this industry it is not very easy, right? So when it comes to payment, artists struggle a lot with payments. Payments are not done on time. So
Yeah.
if you could maybe solve that problem as well, right? That would help artists a lot. That is the second part. And the fourth part is you spoke about iOS and Android apps. Now I am assuming, I apologize if I missed that part, but I'm assuming that an artist is able to upload videos and small reels
Yes.
about his
Yes.
performance, right?
The
So
demo
the
videos
demos,
and
right?
reels. Yes, it
So
is
since
that.
you're talking about an app, maybe you should concentrate highly on the backend technology part, because
Yeah.
then your app becomes very heavy when it comes to multiple videos from multiple artists, right? Then you'll have to
Yes.
think about performance aspects as well. So these are the 3 points, but I think an overall fantastic idea which helps the artist community a lot. And good job, guys.
Thank you. So
Thank
let me
you.
just answer your first question, wherein, once the artist and organizer get connected, the platform is not required.
Mhm,
But when the same question was asked to a urban company CEO,
mhm.
he just answered it, which I just liked it. So he's telling trust is what our app will be coming into picture, and these things would happen. It'll happen, but reducing that would be a challenge which we have to take care. But once we establish the trust, that's definitely it's going to take care of that aspect. And the second one, the ratings part, Abhijit, would you like to take up, because it was mentioned as part of our MVP success criteria as well, the rating
Yeah.
aspect.
So we have planned this reviews system, but we have not included in the our MVP part. We have mentioned that in the good to have features, and we have considered this system where it will say that it's a verified artist. When you perform 3+ gigs successfully on the artist, it will give you that tag saying this is a verified artist, which will then show to organizers, like to build that trust.
Good thought. Good thought. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. So it's time to hear the scores from juries. Tanay, sir?
I think I'll give a 5.
Great.
Wow,
Thank
that
you so much.
really made my day. Thank you so much.
Yogesh, sir?
I'll give 4.75.
Thank you so much, sir. Hari, sir?
I'll also give a 4.75.
Thank you. Yeah. So now it's time to look at the audience scores. Audience, you have a QR scanner. Please, you have next 20 seconds to vote for the team. Now it's time to look at the audience scores for the team. Yeah, thank you so much, audience, and thank you so much, team, on wonderful presentation. Well done. Now we have the last team. We have Kathy, Meghna, and Chaitanya. Hi, team.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
So
Yeah.
I'll be sharing the
Please.
screen.
Sure, Chaitanya, right?
Yes.
Let me know if you're able to share your screen.
Okay. Yeah, now. Hope my screen is right.
Yes, it is visible. Yeah.
Meghna,
So
please.
once you start introducing yourself, I'll start the timer. All the best for the presentation.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. My name is Meghna. I'll be presenting today the Fini High, one-stop shop for all your financial needs, along with Kathy and Chaitanya. So before starting over, I would like to talk about myself a little bit. I'm an IT professional from Bangalore. Like most people, I get my salary, pay bills, put some money into SIPs, splurge on Swiggy or on a weekend trip, and track expenses on Excel. Between Grow, UPI apps, and Insta finance reels, I often get lost in them. It's really exhausting. I often wish everything was just in one place. And now, and also, I know this is not just my problem. That's where the financial chaos comes in. Problem. 57% of users aged between 18 to 35 say they feel very anxious about managing money, not because they lack motivation, but their system is really fragmented, impersonal, and overwhelming. We found 3 core problems here. There was no unified view. Finances are scattered across apps and don't talk to each other. There is no real-time insights. Overspending is realized often very too late, and low financial literacy. Tools speak in general, but not personally. We didn't want to assume all these things, so we talked and did surveys. We interviewed students, freelancers, salaried professionals. Here's what we learned. 100% of them use bank accounts, UPI, mutual funds, and credit cards. Over 88% have loans or stock investments. They're active, they're not beginners. Yet 55% plus use 3+ platforms to manage their money. It's mentally exhausting, confusing, and unsustainable. And here's the best part. 33% said maybe and 11% said yes to paying for a platform that brings clarity, control, and results. After users, now comes the market. We analyzed, next slide, please. We analyzed players like INT Money, Cred, MoneyView, ET Money, and Walnut. Most missed key features users want, like goal-based planning, personalized saving suggestions, education and future dashboards. This opens up a clear product differentiation opportunity. Also, India's middle class is facing a rising debt of 43% of GDP. That's not just a stat, it's a signal. The time to change is now. So with all this, from our secondary research, next slide, please. We learned that 60% of millennials don't track their expenses and 40% drop off in between the investment apps. And rising demand for mobile-first goal-based AI-driven tools. In our interviews, 89% wanted a unified dashboard, 45% wanted EMI or SIP reminders, and many asked for real-time insights plus financial literacy content. This is what our conclusion is. People don't want just another finance app. They want clarity over chaos, confidence to build that habits, a system that simplifies, not judges. So the problem is real, the pain is felt, and the need is validated. But who are we really building this for? Over to you, Chaitanya, who will walk you through the people at the heart of this problem.
Hi, also, my name is Chaitanya, and let's visit our persona. So, Neha is there, who is 28 years old, software engineer, and her goal is to build long-term financial stability, and she want to make smart money. And her frustration is switching between the multiple apps, and she don't have any clear guidance or any clear structure. And with our second persona, who is Rohan, with age 21. His goal is to manage the money from the young age and have some avoid bad financial habits. So, but his frustration is the app he feels too technical and cluttered. Also, he was afraid of losing money. And then we come with the solutions that it will provide a unified platform for everyone, which give them real-time insights, which is user-friendly, and give them the financial literacy as well. So here's the Fini have come into the picture. Our vision is to become India's most trusted AI-powered financial companion. So it will help all economical backgrounds people to manage their money, understand their investment, and grow their money, as well as grow their financial insights with this FiniHave digital tool. Here, our business model canvas is there. So our customer segment are the individual who have multiple bank accounts, who invest in stock, who have SIPs, EPF, and everything of investment. The value proposition is we are providing the financial aggregator as a one-stop solution dashboard for their all financial aspects for bank accounts, real-time tracking of the stock markets, SIPs. The channel is right now we are looking for the mobile application, but later we will go for the website as well. And for the sake of time, I will not read all the value proposition, business model canvas, but the revenue streams are the FiniHave premium subscription and the ads, as well as the FiniHave learning. And the most important part is our key partners will be the financial institution, banks, and where we get the data. Yes, and to the value proposition, I'll hand over to Kathy to take it ahead.
Hi, all. Good evening. My name is Kathy. I'm the gatekeeper of API Marketplace in JP Morgan. I'm the VP in product management there. So the value proposition that we have is to empower our customers in simplifying their financial needs. It is a one-stop shop for all financial products, which is empowering users in a holistic view for their financial and fulfilling all their dreams with confidence. The pain points that we found was the fragmented tools, generic advices, which were not as per my financial needs, and no financial education. So, Hari, I would really think that in case if somebody is giving you financial education on your finances, I think you would be a happy camper with that. So that is one pain point that we have, and that's what we felt. We empathized with all our customers and the customer segments that we chose, the 18 to 35 and let's say 45 age. And we heard our customers, we felt the pain point, we empathized with them. And here is our empathy map. This is the pain point where everything is being segregated. Now the gains, which means that everything is in one place. You don't have to struggle in opening up your SIP and looking in your reminders that yay, you have your SIP coming up, or your bank loans as well. So everything is in one place. And these are few of the issues that are there for you and I as well. So we understand the gains and the jobs to be done. Can we move ahead, please? So on that basis, we felt there were few MVPs that we would like to emphasize on. Of course, with the cliche of having a product in place where we should have a login page, a dashboard page, investment overview, how our expenses overview would be. And of course, Hari and I, we would like to have some financial literacy. Sorry, Hari, I'm not picking up on you. So, and
Sorry to interrupt, Kathy. So you're left
yeah.
with last 3 minutes.
Sure, thank you. So that's how we plan for our engagement and insights and our post MVP growth as well. Let's move ahead. So we used a RISE framework, Yogesh, and for that, of course, logging page, dashboard, expense overview, billing, and EMI, because Hari and I forget that. Education, we need AI is the need of the hour, Tanay, and we want AI-filled education, financial insights, and the feedback loop, which is supremely important, and the community services. However, looking at the scores, we found that creating dashboards and working on them is really important. Here is our success metrics. The North Star would be for us to have monthly active users receive activable AI financial insights and the reminders. We have few KPIs and OKRs to gauge and know where exactly we are going. MAU is important. EMI reminders are important, and we have our key results and the target goals as well. Referral rates is also something which is very important, which we want to look at. Let's move ahead, please. We have a go-to-market strategy where, so the first idea is to, of course, have a freeware where we are getting a feedback and we have the understanding of what exactly and the pulse of the market is. Then subscription model is going to kick in with the beta users after 6 months, and we plan to have a good amount of discounts. The primary goal, of course, is we have a 6 to 12 months of margin. Monetization, of course, first we have a freeware, and then slowly and gradually we are planning to monetize the entire show. The target segment, as we talked about, which is like 18 to 35, 45 age of people as well. And the launch plan, I talked about how we are planning to launch our first MVP with the login screen and stuff. Market channels, which is like totally cliche of having a social media, WhatsApp campaigns, and SEO blockers. And of course, as we know, well, all the tier 1 cities have beautiful campus, not only college campus but also office campus. So campus is something where we are thinking of doing a lot of promotion. One very important matrix, Yogesh, I forgot to talk about, was CAGR. So as you know that in fintech space in India, our CAGR is somewhere between 17 to 30%, which is going on as of now. So this product makes it even more critical and important. Success metrics is also, I have mentioned. I would request Chaitanya to very quickly talk about our wireframes and prototype. Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you,
sorry to
Kathy.
interrupt, team. So time up. Maybe quickly, if you can summarize with whatever
Sure.
is left in our 30 seconds.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so for summarizing, we have a quick demo for the prototype of our FiniHub mobile first application. So when Neha, our persona, is onboarded and download the application, she have get started with it And when she started, she can enter her Google account. She can enter with her Google account, and this is the landing page of FiniHive. She have multiple tabs for bank accounts, financial investment, financial literacy. So let's see one workflow for adding bank accounts as a new user. So when we click on that bank account, we need to enter the bank name, bank number, account number, PAN card, mobile number, and we'll ask for OTP. When the user enter the OTP and submit, they will go for the money transfer page and do the transaction and everything. So let's see the another flow for the investment and fund for the first time user. When user goes it will ask to you need to manage all external funds, and you again need to enter the OTP for your on your mobile number, which should be verified. And once you go come on the investment page, you should click on the mutual fund, and it will fetch your all investments and all that. And the third part is the financial literacy. You can just click on that, and there are some financial articles on that. If you click and go ahead to check this and read the full article, this is how the Fini have for you. Thank you, everyone, and we are open for questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks so much, team, on wonderful presentation. Let's hear it from Hari sir.
Yeah, I think good problem to solve. I think my first question would be why FiniHive, and it's all and the thing is personalization, data security, and we know how much credit spent to try and build credibility. So I think that's the whole. I mean, given I think it's a great North Star to tie everything together. But how would you try and attract someone to why would I download the app? Why would I try it out? I mean, it's also going to be cost you something to integrate type. I know there probably is RBI standards, APIs, open APIs for certain things, but it's also an investment cost to kind of continuously keep up, data security, privacy. I mean, just kind of curious about that. I mean, because you did show some competitors. I mean, I'm guessing they could also do what you did. I mean, in the world of AI, everyone will have an AI offering fairly soon. So just want to kind of understand that part, which is in terms of how would you, as part of your go-to-market, like why FiniHive? What is really different compared to someone else? And have you kind of figured out what will it actually cost to do that?
Sure. So first up, we have already registered a domain, FiniHive. And talking about all the creds of the world and IND money. So there are a lot of compelling features, Hari, that we have here, which is not there in cred or in IND money or Walmart, or even for that matter, Quicken and QuickBooks as well. So QuickBooks, it's a double entry and not a single entry. For Quicken, if you want to look into it, you have to go to different tabs and, look into your finances. You can't see everything in one place. So investments is in a different module. Checking, saving is in different module. Even for ENT money, which is like totally high on how you would like to invest. It is not giving you insights. It is not giving you AI insights, let's say like that. Moreover, it is not giving you education. Cred is more now as an app where you are just making your credit card payments. It is not helping you with further details of bill pay, EMI, or it is not giving any reminders. I don't get SMSs from cred that hey, you have a bill that is due for a home loan, for that matter. Talking about simple bank, when I had to buy a home and I was going to HDFC, SBI, and all the world, each and every bank, Hari, has different portals of their own. I mean, come on. For being a bank who is giving me the details, I have to go for global investment. If I would like to do on HDFC, I have to go for in a different portal. For home loan, I have to go in a different portal. Even for my checking and saving account, I have to go in a different portal. It is not in one-stop shop. It is not at one place. So first thing first, everything is in one place where you have all the dashboards, the reminders. AI integration, which is there in IND money, which is there in ET money, but that is only for investments and goal creations. It is not a holistic view. Then one of the important things, as I was talking about, we do not get those educations and those insights. It is, if I want to understand something, when I was doing for let's say I wanted to open a demat account, and I went to HDFC, being a relationship manager. He said, ma'am, sorry, I have a different person who can help you around with that. And then the different person said, oh, sorry, I am working in the bank, I can't give you all those details, I will link you to another person. So it's a chain which is following. It's not one stop shop. This is one-stop shop. That's the reason why FiniHive.
And I get that. I'm just questioning on, because I'm guessing you have to give a lot of personal details, folio numbers, KYC, uploading Aadhaar. You don't want to do it multiple places.
Of course.
Have you figured out a way to solve that part? Is it simpler, or do I just think you're harvesting all my financial information in my UPI payments? All the data is now with you.
No, see, of course, you have to, we are not into screen scraping. We are not into OFX files. We are into FDX files. We would like to have your financial data with the consent flow, with your proper customer consent flow. We don't want to do any screen scraping business over here where I take some information from you and then, play some hanky-panky games at the back end. I don't want to do that. I don't want to play with, government rules or RBI rules or, anybody in foreign exchanges as well. That is the reason why a proper KYC format and a proper format is supposed to be followed. So I mean, being from the bank, I understand all those important things, important aspects, and that's the reason why we have gone with a proper, thought process over here. Hari.
Sure. Okay. No, perfect. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Hari sir. Let's hear it from Yogesh sir.
Hey, thank you, Tim. You hit something that's very close to me, to my heart. But I'm a bit struggling right now to find the true solution here. It gives me a cocktail of Policy Bazaar to open banking, to open finance, to an AISP, to relieving distress of and knowing my alerts and bills and all that. I'm really not getting what one problem you're solving, because you also mentioned, one-stop shop for what?
All your finances. You need not to struggle. You need not to struggle in looking into your SIP portfolio. You need not to look into your mutual fund portfolio. You need not to look into your credits and the debits. Rather say, if you want to look into a balance sheet, your P&L account, you can go at one place and look into everything.
So let me answer this.
Yeah,
sure.
Go ahead.
Let me answer this. So as an individual, I have a couple of bank accounts. So I need to, if I need to check my balance, I have two different accounts. Then suppose I do the mutual funds investment, I have a different account. Then I do the stock investment, I have a different account. So there are n number of accounts are there, and for which I am getting frustrated. Or I need to use 5 accounts, 4 accounts at any single point in time to check my financial stability. If I want to check what are my investment, what is some money I have very quickly. So I need to open 4 different applications. But the FiniHive is solving that problem with one click. With a single dashboard, I can get that much money I have invested in stocks, that much money in mutual funds, and that much money I have in banks likewise.
Yeah, Chaitanya, if you know, RBI has in principle approved account aggregator licenses.
Yes.
Right? CAMS is one of them that we get.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
If you look at European markets, you have Yodlee, TrueLayer, Tink, Finicity, all of them are solving the same problem that you are asking. But the important part is, are the banks exposing the APIs to the information that you are looking for? And that too, and by the way, Khyati, you would have read the headlines yesterday. JP Morgan said they're going to charge money. Yesterday headline, right? So you hit the roadblock right in the beginning, because If you ask me to manually upload all the statement and then it will give me aggregated dashboard, forget about that option. So the only way this is smart enough, of course, you can put AI, agentic AI on top of it, tons of it, to make it smarter. But your first challenge itself is data gathering automated way.
Correct. Yeah.
Right? Your data privacy compliance, even if you create a consent management tool, for what purpose you are collecting the data, India data privacy law is kicked in. You have to comply with all of that first. That's why RBI is giving license, not giving to any Tom, Dick, and Harry to get the data. Second, bank willingness to give you that APIs free, because if you are being paid, then your monetization is a hurdle. Again, I'm not saying this is not a problem. First, so don't get me wrong, it's absolutely a big headache. But to solve this, again, is an extremely regulated space where there is already a cutthroat competition, because there are players trying to solve in pockets. So your idea is great, but execution, multiple roadblocks. So if you disagree, you feel free to.
No.
But I do see roadblocks. Yeah.
I would
Yogesh,
say
we
there are
100%
challenges.
Yeah.
I would say
Please
there
go
are
ahead.
challenges, Yogesh, but not a road blocker per se. Because if there would have been a road blocker, then the CAGR would haven't been 17 to 30% for Indian market. If it is that, that means it is showing that there is this product is compelling, this product is feasible, and it is the need of the hour.
Need of the hour, I'm not challenging, but your ability to execute and ability to monetize.
Of course, there are
definite.
challenges. Yeah. Of course, agreed. There are challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yogesh.
And how do you answer
agree.
your bank is starting to charge? It was yesterday's headline. I'm going to study tomorrow. By the way, I'll put a post on LinkedIn on this. You can watch out my space. Because this is area very close to me. So I'm across all this. So I know we built a visa consent management system, VCMS. I was part of that.
Okay.
And we launched a product called Visa Intelligent Commerce. You would have heard about it. Mastercard has also launched Agent Pay, and PayPal has also launched Agent Toolkit.
Yes.
These are all in the market.
Absolutely.
All of them are around getting the consent and understanding that this is Khyati's birthday coming, what she would like to shop, or your whoever is, give the consent. Know your every test behavior preferences, and put agentic AI on top of it, even to the extent that if you want a tokenized card and give autonomy and make the purchase on your behalf, they can do that. So I'm very close to this space, Khyati. Doesn't mean that your problem you identified is not right. It is absolutely a problem. But solving it in a one holistic solution, I'm at the moment a bit fuzzy.
Yeah, it is.
But
it is a difficult one, and Yogesh, that's the reason why you and I are here in the banking industry, and to solve these kind of problems. And of course, I was I was actually part of those export aggregator team who had suggested so I have to shut my mouth on that.
No, that's fine. I understand.
but yeah, I know I have done that actually. That this was one of the proposals, almost like last year in May, we had actually given, and to materialize everything, it took almost this much time. Yeah.
No, but thank you. I mean, like I said, it's a problem for sure. It's not something.
And I'm really happy that you people are reading about it. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you so much, sir. Let's hear it from Tanay, sir.
Yeah, I think Yogesh and Hari have covered, I think, all of the points. The only thing I would say here is that, Khyati, you and your team have been constantly stressing on one point, that it is a one-stop solution. So, which we did not get to see, unfortunately, because of time limitations. So probably you should have started a presentation with that one-stop solution to walk us through the Figma screens and then talk about theory, which, and so that's the only feedback I have. Other than that, by the way, I love Cred Money. So it solves all the problems that you actually mentioned. So Just kidding. But anyways, good job and best of luck. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. It's time to hear the scores from juries. Tanay, sir, what is the scores for the team out of 5?
I'll give a 3.5.
Okay. Hari, sir?
Yeah, I'll give a 4.
Okay. Yogesh, sir?
I'll go with 3.5.
Okay. Thank you so much. So, audience, QR scanner will be coming up on your screen. Please vote for the team. You have next 20 seconds. Yeah, it's time to look at the audience scores for the team. Yeah. Thank you, audience, and thank you, team, for wonderful presentation. So, before we announce the winners for today's Skillathon, it's now time to thank our juries for being with us today. Hari, sir, please accept the certificate of appreciation on behalf of IPL. We would love to hear your experience on today's Skillathon and share your final insights.
I think it's wonderful to see again all the best practices of product management, right? I mean, I think going through the customer map, the mocks, I think kind of brought back to, I remember when I did the course, we did a project on baggage tags for airlines. I mean, it was kind of going through the same process. We presented to some, I think a VC jury or something at that time. So I think it's also wonderful that all of y'all are investing to become students again. I think it is an amazing experience, also, especially when you have work experience, you can kind of relate to what you do. You can kind of see what sometimes we do take shortcuts. When you work in tech companies, things are slightly different, but if you stick to the basics, I think your chances, probability of success goes up a lot by doing this customer research, maps, values. I mean, what is it? And I've always heard about being the CEO of the company and CEO of the product, right? To think much bigger. So yeah, I think it was. I think Yogesh initially called it. I think it's a great learning experience. I think the way you guys have approached. Yeah, I enjoyed being part of this. So and all the best to all of you all. I think yeah, it'll be interesting if yeah, it's a great place to also kind of incubate ideas, right? And there's nothing better than being an entrepreneur. So this makes you think very differently, I think, this course. So yeah, congratulations to all of you all. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for being with us today. Tanay, sir, please accept the certificate of appreciation on behalf of IPL and would love to hear your experience on today's Skillathon as
Yeah, thank you, Siddha. I think very well organized event, and Siddha Lingesh, congratulations to you as well. You organized it and conducted it very well. And
Thank you so
I
much.
think, as Hari mentioned, great opportunity to showcase your skills, showcase your knowledge about how the industry works in general. And if I think work experience helps a lot when it comes to building a product, managing a product, and developing a product. But yes, real world works a bit differently. And I think people who are currently working know the fact. But uh, 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 I would encourage each and every one of you to keep participating in these events. You know, you get to network a lot with the likes of Hari, the likes of Yogesh and me, and you get feedback which we did not get, unfortunately, during our times. But I think take advantage of such forums. It will help you build a lot. And all the best. That's all I would say. And have a great rest of the weekend ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for being with us today. Yogesh, sir, please accept the certificate of appreciation on behalf of IPL.
Thank you,
and would
Siddha.
love to hear your experience on today's Skillathon.
Yeah, I'm known for speaking a lot, so I always jump ahead. So, first of all, a lot Hari and Tanay said, I echo completely. Completely echo the sentiments, the experience. Quite honestly, a lot I have learned in my 25 plus career is, and in fact, by the way, I've also had a health tech startup that we started in COVID time. Had some struggle in funding, but I was very close to everything that I saw today, generating the empathy map and all the way to asking questions, doing primary, secondary research. So the structure, the framework came very live again, which we talked theoretically, but it was really demonstrated in practice today. So for that, it was very enriching experience for me. I would love to be participating in future if any such events come. And like I said, I'm always accessible. This particular, the four teams that presented, each one of them have unique ideas. I guess the very clearly identified problem statement. So when we always talk about product market fit, we talk about, hey, go after unmet, unarticulated needs, right? There's something that that you look, see, try, observe, but really not spelled out anywhere, right? It's and basically what I'm saying is more about design thinking. I rather say design doing, why thinking only. So Tim Brown, the IDEO CEO who propounded this theory, right, way back, but Patricia Moore, who is really known for bringing it alive. You can Google and if you have not heard about her name. So this lot of these empathy map, the journey that I saw, were really told me that you are at the right place, you have learned the right pieces, and you will go very far. The only piece of advice after seeing all the presentation is for product market fit, you need to have that virtuous cycle, and that virtuous cycle require you to see what is your offer and what is the willingness to pay. What is your competitive model, means economic model, means what is the pricing, what is the cost that we are thinking, and look at the monetization aspect, because that's always has been the last leg in the journey in any of such solutions. So that's the only piece, but otherwise everything else was like spot on. I mean, if I have to give only those three pieces, I'll be 5 for every team. Only the execution aspect, the feasibility aspect, that I made a lot of comments. So yeah, congratulations all the team, well done, and I'm sure you will fly very high in places. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for being with us today. We appreciate your time and presence on this platform. The insightful feedback and questions will encourage the students to look into the product with more clarity. Thank you so much to all three juries. Now it's time to declare the winner of today's Skillathon. So, any guesses? You can unmute yourself and let me know, or you can put it on the chat. So, Skillathon winners, before I announce the Skillathon winners get the voucher, and also their presentation will go live on a Skill Lab portfolio on our website, and also they get the certificate. So, I'm not sure I got any guesses here. No.
Artist.
Artness. Okay. Okay. Congratulations, team 3.
Yay!
Sudha, Rajalakshmi, and Abhijit. Congratulations on being today's Skillathon winners. Well done. Please share your experience on today's Skillathon team.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. This was not expected at all because this landed up to us very last minute. I think I just spoke to you on Tuesday. That's where all of this was finalized, and I did tell him that, guys, at least we need 1 weekend to work on the presentation. But we had a lot of sleepless nights, and we had to make a lot of tweak. So since this was a very passion, oriented idea, we just gave all all our experience, the learnings from product management, and it was see, as we know, we are all experienced guys. We know everything, but there are two things which we always miss. Connecting the dots or the structural thinking. This IPL, the concepts made us to do that, and you can see the outcome. So thank you so much for picking this idea and getting this into Skillathon. And thank you, jury members. Thank you so much for all your inputs and feedback. That was really icing on the cake for us.
Congratulations, team.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Congratulations, team.
Siddha.
Yeah, great job.
Yeah, congratulations once again, team. And with this, we are wrapping up today's Skillathon event. Thank you so much, juries, once again for being with us on Saturday evening. Thank you to all the teams who has presented, and thank you, audience. Have a great
Thank you,
evening.
Sid,
Enjoy the rest of
for
your weekend.
Thank you, Sid, for coordinating everything. I know it was us who was doing the hard work, but you have actually let the entire event go between 4 to 6, and a beautiful time checker. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kathy. With this, let's wrap it up. Have a great evening, everyone. Enjoy your rest of the weekend.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you. Have a
wonderful
great day.
weekend.
Thank you so much, juries, once again. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.